With your boy, Watch the Throne. I want to come to y'all today at another great week, fantasy football. We entering week 3. I just want to give some mad shout outs first of all. First, want to give a recap. First, want to give a weekly shout out to our weekly high school man up. Man, he putting it together, y'all. He had 159 points in week 3. He served up a can of ass whooping on somebody's ass. I ain't gonna call no names. If you on the backside of that, you know what it felt like. We actually had a bunch of high scores this week, but Man Up led the way with 159. Razor's Edge scored 150, and No Mediocre scored 155. They putting up points around here. So far, during the first 2 weeks of the league, Razor's Edge is actually, turning it around compared to years past. He was on the verge of throwing in the towel, but he stuck with it. And through 2 weeks, he's actually scored 268 points, which is a great achievement. He came to the draft focused. I'm proud of that guy. He putting some points up on the board this year. So we want to see that keep going. See what he go offer up this week, and just see if he can continue the momentum. But he doing his thing the first 2 weeks. So you know what? Shout out to Razor's Edge. He out here like in New World Order about to drop the Razor's Edge on somebody like he's Scott Nash or somebody. I see you out here, my brother. I like to call this, fantasy baller developments, league developments. We got a couple of things that are happening in the league that is going to be interesting to follow throughout the year, the rest of the year. We got Mahomes, who's leading the way right now. One of the new fresh faces to the NFL as a quarterback. But Florida Boys has a problem on his hands. He got Drew Brees, who's averaging about 26.5 points per game, and Mahomes, who through 2 weeks, he's averaging 36.5 points per game. And he's put up 10 touchdown passes in these first weeks, and he's breaking all kind of records. He's on track to target Peyton Manning's TD record through 3 games in a season. So we'll see what he's going to do this week. But the real question is, what will Florida Boys do? Is he going to send out the chiseled veteran and Breeze, somebody who we already have tape on? We know what he can do. We know what he going to bring to the table. Or is he going to go with that young gunslinger from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes? Let's pay attention to see what happens. Because, like I said, with that point differential of a plus 103 going into this game, and if he inserts Mahomes, that can increase those odds even more of just bringing home the dub every Sunday. But one thing about it, NFL teams don't have film on Mahomes. And y'all being great football minds, once they get film and tendencies, defenses will adjust. And let's see if those big games continue. Another development is the return of Carson Wentz. Watch the Throne, boy, we are so happy to see this guy. I can't even worry about what he go do in his first week. He got to play right now. Tyrod Taylor, gone. He got that axe. He terrible. Red Rooster, terrible. So hopefully this is the spark we need to maybe go on a run. But let's keep an eye on that Mahomes and Breeze quarterback situation, as well as the quarterback situation with Team Lowe's. He obtained Ryan Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Conor McGregor, last week, but didn't start him. He put up another big game. So this week, Los is sitting at 0-2, has 7 transactions throughout the league, trying to fight to solidify his quarterback position. Let's see if he's found that this week. And we'll see what is going to happen and what's going to do. What's up? We back. Look, it's time for the fun facts of the week. They say defense wins championships, and that's so right. Actually, the Cowboys, that star look good, don't it? Yeah, let me see it. Yeah. The Cowboys actually got a defense this year, but the offense sucks. But that ain't what we're here about. I want to talk about defense and how it wins games. Did you know Florida Boys currently sitting at 2-0? They have a plus 103-point differential versus their opponents in these first 2 weeks. That's outstanding. He's outscoring his opponents by 103 points in the first 2 weeks, I mean, he putting together a solid game plan. Not only is he scoring points, but he's some kind of way managing it where when he's playing these opponents, they seem to not be able to score points against him. But you know that's all that matters is what you can do with defense, and he definitely wins championships. So conversely, I want to highlight and put a real big spotlight on them boys. I actually came away from the draft thinking he had one of the most complete teams in this last draft that we just have. However, it's not producing results on the field. He has a minus 122 point differential compared to Florida boys who's plus 103. And you better know what his record is. It's 0-2. He definitely is a cellar dweller. So there's no question who them boys really are. They hail in Florida. Florida boys. He repping right now, y'all. He got a strong team. And he actually has a opportunity to get even better. To get even better. And you know, another fun fact I want to point out, I mentioned cellar dwellers. Man, we got 4 teams that are currently sitting at 0-2. And you know, there's always a direct correlation in the data and what the product is on the field, and you can see it. You just got to find and search for it. And I did that this week. My Did You Know stat of the week number 2, Watch the Throne, led by myself and my brother, Yokism. We lead the league in the most transactions right now. That's at 8. We lead the league in transactions because our teams are terrible. Suck. If you got to make that many transactions, it's more likely than not your team is some trash. And hopefully things can turn around for both of us, but we will see. We depending on some folks to some straight scabs. We will see. That's my fun fact for the week. I'm out. The ESPN Fantasy Ballers Game of the Week. Man Up versus Fighting Dogs. 2 old rivals who've been knocking heads for a few years now. You know, Man Up seems to think that this is his year. He gonna bring home the throne. But Fighting Dogs is always that type of coach who's gonna be in contention and be ready to battle year in and year out. So let's see what happens when they meet up for the first time this year. Uh, I seem to think this might be the Man Up's year. He got a solid squad, but he got a few holes I think he's kind of concerned about. So we're going to have to see what's going on. Hold. Get something from my producers. Let me. Okay. So this is just breaking news into the newsroom here. I've received word over the wire that Man Up is actually looking to make a trade. He's actually interested in trading for Leonard Fournette. But what I'm being told is that he's only willing to make this deal if he can get another starting running back caliber in return. There seems to be some things going on with Man Up where he's trying to improve his team. So if you're interested in making a deal for Leonard Fournette, I highly advise you to get in touch with Man Up and let's see what's going on and we can make that deal work. But back to the game of the week. I actually predict Man Up to win by at least 17 points this week. If he does not, I'll be highly disappointed because Man Up is a great regular season coach, whereas the Fighting Dogs, he's that coach that's go line the weeds, get his team right, and he go strike when the playoffs come. But this is the Man Up. This is Man Up's time of the year when it's still hot, not cold outside. He can put together some great dubs. So I'm just going to go by historical trends, and I'm going to look to see for Man Up to win this game by at least 17 points. ESPN Fantasy Ballers Top 3 Power Rankings. I'm only going to do 3 because these rankings can be very fluid. So the top 3 teams, counting down from number 3, I'm going to go with Stripe 'em Up. Stripe 'em Up, he used to be a waiver wire king. He's seen and found some balance with this team. Had a great early season pickup in James Conner. He's trying to put some things together over there. Let's just see if he can continue the momentum. He's pulling out some close wins and gritting through these games. So I think he right now is earning a spot in number 3. Number 2, I'm going to definitely have to go back with Man Up again. He's going to put together these regular season victories. Let's just see when the weather starts to change and it really starts to get deep into the fall. Can he keep that momentum and keep his team headed in the right direction to go try to conquer his very first ESPN Fantasy Ballers Championship. Person sitting at the top spot right now is none other than the guy I've been talking about this whole episode 2. That's the Florida boys. Hey, look, when somebody goes out and whoops ass the way they do, you gotta give respect and respect is due. And to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And right now, he may not have that championship right now, but he's working and etching his way, taking step by step to get there. And he may be there to try to take that crown that's currently being uh, held by the Fighting Dogs. So let's just see how fluid these top 3, how they seem to be every week. But right now, we're gonna go with Florida boys at the top spot, followed by Man Up and Stripe 'em Up. On the outside looking in right now, I have to take a real strong look at the franchise. New to the league, quietly putting some pieces together. Let's see if he can keep it up and make some noise headed down the stretch. Right now, we're early on, still in that first quarter phase. Fellas, good luck to you this week. See you next time on the next episode of LA Knights. We watch the throne. Peace.